Marriage already? Like, the guy has not even accepted to date you. But yeah, I ship this too regardless. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my social media at Zealed Fujoshi, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at Zealed Fujoshi. Finally, this episode will contain explicit content and a lot of manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 40 and 41 of It's My Baby. This series has really turned into like those stories where there's a childhood friend walking up to you and saying that they want to get married. And like, the reality is really just hitting this guy. It's kind of like just standing there, not giving any F's. Like, then there's just like, ooh, and the person I'm imagining is you. This series is really bonkers, to be honest. Like, you don't really, he doesn't really get a choice at this point. I feel bad. I mean, he does feel it, and I do feel bad for him that it is rushed. Everything is rushed. The other person is overjoyed that he finally met the correct Young from his childhood. But damn, like, everything that's going on in this series is too fast. Like, he literally changed his crush right after he learned that it was Hae-jun in the photograph. Dude, no offense, but if I knew someone who was crazy about my brother, was crying over my brother, even mistook me for my brother while doing that whole deed, oh my gosh, like, if that person suddenly confessed to me that he likes me and saying that he wants to get married to me after everything that I just said, even I would be disgusted and creeped out. I would be blatantly creeped out. I wish that he would just try a different approach. There is really no need to rush. Like, start with being friendly. At least at first. Especially since this too has a history of him being mean to Hae-jun. I mean, for a long time during, the first half of this series, he was mean, right? I know that he has apologized for it, and he did try to fix what he broke before. But man, he decided marriage without the other person's consent. I just feel bad for Hae-jun at this point. Like, I think even you guys are as confused as he is. And then we reach to chapter 41, and we finally find out that Haesoo has a second baby. And I'm like, what? It just tells us how much time has passed from the first season of this series, from its current chapter. Even though we are only at chapter 41 at this point, it looks like at least a year or so has passed that Haesoo is finally married to Dogan, and they have a second child after the first child. And I'm kind of sad because we were so invested in their story from the first season, and we didn't even get to see him pregnant, right? So honestly, I'm just disappointed that the author didn't include that, or at least a little bit of a tidbit of it in this second season. Maybe we'll get a third season, I don't know. maybe we'll get more info about Dogun and Haesoo. But going back to our second couple, yeah, like I am really on Haejun's side on this whole thing. I just can't help but imagine myself in his place, right? This handsome guy has been following my brother like a lost puppy. Like, you know, that's how he's been like portrayed this whole seasons, right? Gets rejected by that brother, then gets into a drunken state and, you know, have a steamy night. And while that steamy night, remember, he was also calling the wrong name during that said night. And that person that he was calling out is a person that's been married with 2 kids, by the way. The whole time, guys. That's why this series is just really upsetting how rushed it is. I wish that the author could have done a better way of pacing this whole series, because Agent is upset, I'm upset, and I'm pretty sure you guys are upset. And on top of that, Haejun is a beta. On top of everything that's going on, Haejun is a beta. Something that he admitted to be insecure of. I mean, his brother is an Omega, and obviously hearing an Alpha that once liked your Omega brother say that he now likes you, and you're a Beta that looks like your Omega, looks exactly alike like your Omega brother. I mean, that's a lot of reasons to be upset about. It's really messed up. This series is really messed up right now. Knowing how he used to show off his affection for the Omega Jung before, and then suddenly turning his affections to now Haejun and not his Jung anymore. Anyone would call BS on this whole thing. So, sorry, I am on Haejun's side on this chapter. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave me a message and converse with me in my Discord channel. I'd love to hear back from you. And please consider supporting the show by donating as little as 99 cents through www.zealedfujoshi.xyz. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the manhwa details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much and hope to see you next time.